Hey, so it's Adam Lyons here, and I'm actually here with a really good buddy of mine. This is Jason Capital. Now, you may or may not have heard of him yet. I have a bunch of friends that are obviously into the whole dating thing, and it's very rare that I'm going to come out there and I'm going to say that this guy is the real deal. Even if I know that they're pretty good or what have you, there's not many times on my YouTube channel where I've sat down with somebody and I'm like, all right, this is the real deal. And I get asked all the time, like, who's really good? If I was going to learn from somebody other than Adam Lyons, like, who should I come and learn from? And I'm going to tell you guys, this is one of the people that you should learn from. This is somebody who, without a doubt, I know for a fact, has sex with lots of beautiful women and knows how to do it time and time again. And I suppose he's one of my best kept secrets on my channel, really, because like I love talking to this guy and we sit and we share stories of things that we've done, our conquests and our knowledge of psychology and what have you. So I wanted to take a moment to just get him, I've literally just got 2 minutes from him and I've got to dive out, to get him to show you some of the things that he talks about, some of the things that he says, and then to give you a place where you can go and find out more about him. So Jason, please.
What's up, people? Thanks, man. I appreciate that compliment, by the way.
I mean it.
I didn't know you were going to say that. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I mean it.
Yeah. So what do you want to know? What's up?
Tell him, like, I don't know, if you had like
the concept?
The general concept of how,
yeah.
Because you and I view things very similar, but we word it different. It's like, I word it in a way that I can talk to her parents, and you word it in a way that you need to whisper to her while her parents are cooking food downstairs.
Sister, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, it's almost exactly the same thing. We just have a different way of teaching
sure.
it, which is why I love it. So yeah, please.
For sure. Well, so I'll probably end up using the board here. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Marker. So the big thing that a lot of guys get, I feel like there's like 3 levels of like game that guys can evolve through, right? And this is like where everyone usually come into the community, right? And they're just, I don't know, this is them jerking off to porn. Like they don't get any and they're just like bored with their lives and they're like in the friend zone with every girl. Every girl that they like has always shut them down and they're like really, really sad, right? It's a really sad thing, okay? So that's like the bottom level. And then they usually go to the second level where they're like, oh, wait, I just be this, I get good reactions from girls. Like I'll just be a dick, and that works pretty. Like girls respond to assholes. I'll just be a huge dick, and a lot of girls like it'll work for a couple minutes, and then they'll like leave me. But at least I got like some positive feedback. And once in a while, some girl who really hates herself will open up for me to slide my unique brand of manhood inside of her, right? TM. So that's like this level, and a lot of guys end up staying here, and eventually they're like, you know what? I actually feel bad being mean to people, and they go down here. And this is not where I want them to go. And a lot of people ask me, well, Jason, like, what's the difference between a guy who's like amazing with women and a guy who's just a dick, right? And it's this third level, right? And this is what I call, you're not doing it on purpose. It's not manipulative or whatever, but it's a man who becomes a challenge, okay? This is the guy who has put his, let's say, his mission in life ahead of girls, right? This is like a huge David Data concept. You probably know this, right? But when a guy's put his mission, let's say, ahead of girls in life, and he's like has his vision for this life he's creating, this is what he cares about. This is number one, he's inherently going to be a challenge to girls. So when he goes out, when he meets them, he's not being supplicating or needy or approval seeking or anything. He's just so invested and in love with his life and what's going on here that he's going to be a natural challenge for her. She's going to have to work for his attention, for his time, for all those things, simply because this is so important. And the big difference, you want to talk about a guy between a dick and a challenge, so like this is the level you want to obviously aspire to, is that this guy puts people down and the challenge challenges people up to his level. And when you're challenging girls up to your level, they feel attracted to you.
And this is what I'm talking about. Like, actually, this is probably the nicest I've ever heard him teach this. Like, there's the least vulgar language.
Did I not say fuck yet?
Yeah. No.
Fuck. I should have said fuck. My bad. Fuck.
But I love it. And so just to show you an example, this is something that I don't often talk about except for my private clients. When I meet girls, I always say to them, so I actually distinguish these similar but different when I talk to the girl.
Right,
yeah. I have a dick, and then I have a fucking dick. And I always say, and I use the same thing. I'm like, a fucking dick tries to put people down, and a dick is just so busy doing what he's doing that he doesn't really have time for people. And so when I meet girls, I'll actually say to them, like on one of the first dates, I'll be like, hey, just so you know, I'm a dick, but I'm not a fucking dick. And I explain the difference to them.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. And then every time, if I ever make a mistake with a girl or like if I really upset them, I'm like, I'm sorry, I did warn you I can be a dick. But I am apologizing, so I'm not a fucking dick.
It's like, dude, I let you know I'm sporadically a cock, all right? It happens.
Yeah, I love that. But this guy, like, he's the real deal. Like, this is somebody who, if you're looking for an alternate way, and like I said, everything we teach is almost exactly the same. It's just there's different ways of saying it, and I cannot recommend, him or his stuff highly enough. If someone wants to go and check out something, like, where could they go to find out more about you?
Yeah, go to Jason Capital Dating. jasoncapitaldating.com. So just jasoncapitaldating.com. You go on the site, and it's my blog. You can read all of my archived newsletters, which are fucking badass. It's also a free 19-minute video. Excuse me. It's called What to Say. A lot of guys who are at this level and want to get to this level are like, well, what the fuck do I say to the girls that I like? So in that video, I will let you know exactly what to say.
That's awesome. And so I'm going to put the link right here. It's going to say like jasoncapitaldating.com.
Bigger.
Yeah, and it'll be
and bigger.
No, it's not going to happen. It's just going to be just there.
Hey, I tried, all right?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Jason Capital, check him out. He's a really good friend of mine. That feel free to bug him and send him messages or whatever, because I know he loves receiving lots of messages.
I'll respond really, really quickly.
Yeah, he will. So, yeah, guys, thanks ever so much.
Thanks,
I'll see you in the
guys.
next video. Cheers, dude. Done.